Hello, Gaelle again. This is video number 3 about my trip to Pakistan, and the topic today is nature. Nature will probably be the purpose of your trip to Pakistan, and you're right, because the sceneries there, they are out of this world. About nature, if I can use only one word to describe it, I would say it is wild. It is really wild. So first about mountains. There are 3 mountain ranges: the Karakoram, the Himalayas and the Hindu Kush. And apart from Mount Everest, all the highest peaks of the world are there in Pakistan. And when you drive in a car, you have to look up to see the top of the mountain. They are so huge and large, you feel really small next to this immensity. Now about the valleys there. The valleys look nice and green, and they contrast with the rocks of the mountains. Some cereals, vegetable and fruit are grown there, like wheat, corn, rice, cotton, potatoes, tomatoes, mulberry, almonds, apricots. Well, apricots, I had so many of them. They just dry them on the rocks, and passing by along the road you can just try them. They are really good. They are even a bit warm from the sun. About water, rivers and lakes. In some places along the road you just see the water flowing down from the mountain. You can just drink it like that, it is super healthy. And people have actually installed some little cafes there, so you can have a rest with the water just flowing down in front of you. This is really nice. So about proper rivers now. The major river that is going from north to south is called the Indus, or the Sindh in Urdu. The water flow is the highest in the summer because of the snow that is melting down from the mountains. At the time the water looks quite grayish because of all the rocks that are carried down. And at the end of the summer, like end of August, it becomes totally blue. I think I have to go back at that time to see it and to bring some pictures for you. When I packed my stuff for my trip, I took with me a bikini because I like to swim in a lake or in a river. I don't mind if the water is cold. But that was quite unrealistic, because first of all I would have been the only one standing in the bikini there. Would have been quite uncomfortable. But also because I would have been completely washed away by the river. An interesting story is about Atabat Lake, that is in the north of the country, close to Hunza. The water accumulated there after a major landslide, the kind of landslide that changes the shape of an area, the kind of landslide that moves a mountain from one place to the other. So since then, water is accumulating there, and wondering now what to do with that water. But in the meantime, you can go on the lake on a little boat. The color of the water is beautiful. That's a nice excursion, Atabat Lake. What you can find also in Pakistan is national parks. Actually, I counted 28 national parks. Myself, I visited the Deosai National Park, which people call the Basai. There you find species like brown bears, wolves, and snow leopards. The experience there was the following. That day the plan was to drive from Astor till Skerdou, which was a long way. And because we were late and it became dark, we had to stop in a camping in the national park itself. That camping would be open only 3 months a year because of the cold. Indeed, it is on a plateau at 4,000 meters high. The night was really clear, you could see millions of stars, you could see the Milky Way. For the altitude sickness, I received thyme tea, which is a good remedy, a natural remedy. Now, for the cold, there is no natural remedy, you just need to have warm clothes. And I forgot about them. Actually, I didn't expect it would be so cold in July. So if I can give you an advice, going to Pakistan, don't forget to take any kind of clothes with you. It is super cold here and I try to sleep if my feet don't freeze. It seems there is a bear that comes in the morning and he can come and I don't care. It's really impressive how sceneries and climate change so dramatically from one area to another. And you could even say from 1 hour to the other, because when you travel in Pakistan, you keep on going up and down the mountain. So you go from 30, 40 degrees till 0, 10 degrees when you're up. I tell you, it's wild. I hope you like the videos and I hope they give you an interesting and attractive image of the country. Now the fourth video will be about roads.